Hi guys, for today, pretty easy for this third day of misleading graphs. You just need to find some misleading graphs, 3 of them. So finding 3 misleading graphs and then explain why they're misleading. So you can look on the web, you can look newspapers, magazines, wherever. My guess is mostly you're going to look on the web for it, but it can be about anything. It could be a misleading graph. See if you can make it about maybe anything that's a current topic, but try to find a misleading graph. And the whole point of the misleading graphs and charts is that we do need to be aware that data can be cherry picked, or it can be changed, or graphs and charts can be altered. Maybe they're not lying, probably not lying. They're just making them look more what they want to prove with their point. So we just need to be careful and not be tricked by that. And as I said the other day, it doesn't matter who it is, what side, whatever group it is. Everybody does it. And when we're portraying our data, we just have to be careful of those. But I really do think it's important for us to know, to be a little skeptical. Fancy term for, hey, look at it and say, are they telling us, is this the whole thing, or is it skewed, or whatever the case is. You need to find 3 of those. I have an example of one. I'll show you right now. The average global temperatures in Fahrenheit, this graph will show, if you look at it, it shows like, oh wow, from 1880 to 2015, there has not been a lot of temperature changes. Wow, nothing at all. Why are people talking about so much temperature changes and with climate change? And you can see probably right away what makes this graph misleading, because if you look at a different graph with a different scale on the y-axis, you can see that it does go up. The trend line goes way up. Yeah, it looks like, if you look really closely, the trend line's going up, but certainly hard to see. And if you wanted to exaggerate the bottom one, you could even make it more. So you just have to be careful of what the people who are making the graphs are trying to do, or what might be the one that makes the most sense. And hopefully we always use the one that makes the most sense. This circle graph, probably not misleading, although we don't know what the unknown means. But if you take a look at it, this graph does say how many people were killed in biking accidents, bicycle accidents. 54% did not wear a helmet, 29% did, and then 17% is unknown. So even if all 17% were ones who wore a helmet, then it would still be less than those who didn't wear that helmet. Again, is to find 3 graphs, put them in, whether it's in a document or if you want to put it on pages or anything else, put it in there, just describe and explain why you think it's misleading. Pretty easy assignment. Our extra credit today is an important one. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we were talking about biking, and obviously it's getting to be nice biking weather after all that rain that we had. Back to biking now. It's a nice day today. But when you're biking, just really be careful. Wear a helmet. And some people are like, it's not cool to wear a helmet. I don't know. I think it's also not cool to have your have your skull fractured. I was biking one time. We were road biking. It was about, I don't know, we were going like 40, 45 miles an hour. A friend of mine, he crashed. And I quickly stopped to see he lost his wheel, came loose, and he went down. So I quickly hit my brakes hard to help, and hit one brake harder than the other, my left brake harder than my right brake. I flipped over my bike, landed straight out at 35 miles an hour, right on my head, right on my helmet, and I had the helmet on. I didn't feel that. It kind of just diffused all of it. Then my bike kind of flipped up and hit me on the head back here, because the seat of it came back up and hit me again. It I don't know. I might not have been. I might not be around if I would have didn't have a helmet on, or my brain might not work well. There's other big issues. So just be careful. Wear a helmet. You might say, "Hey, I'm the best biking person around." Yeah, you might be, but you can't always trust the other people. People in cars don't always pay attention. They don't see you. They're not looking for you. They're looking for other cars sometimes. So just be very careful. And that's the extra credit thing. Wear a bike helmet. So write that in the comments. All right, get going on this stuff. Catch you later.